Hey, can I just
Okay.
say, oh, are you starting?
Hang on, it's coming. There we go. Go ahead.
Go ahead and just say it.
No, I am really busy with some deadlines today, so I'm just going to listen,
Cool.
That's fine.
Perfect.
but I'm doing good. Oh, are you starting?
We all, yeah.
It's coming. Okay. There we go. Hello, everybody. We are on YouTube and on the Zoom call. So if you want to check in on face-to-face with us and have a question, come on in and check in face-to-face. If you just want to listen and you don't want to check in, you are welcome to jump in on YouTube and type in any questions. Lance will be manning over there so we can get you on both ends, whichever place you want to go. And we're happy to have everybody here. So you're in over there. You good?
Mhm.
I think we're good to go. If all the technology gods are with us, we will get through this one. So hello, I hope everybody's had a great week. A lot of us are coming off of the 21 days of drboz boot camp and metabolic start and kick and all those fun things. And we've got our chemistry pushed and ready. And us advanced people, we are on our 72-hour one. If we have our 72 hours, we are on the second week of 72 hours of a clean fast for the advanced. The beginners are on the first week or the second week of the sardine challenge. So there's two different chemistry shifts going on. There's two different pushes that we're giving our bodies right now. So it's depending on what level your personal chemistry is. This is not where you jump in and do what everybody else is doing. This is where you take your chemistry where you're at, and we're going to push you to the next level of health. So come on in. I want to hear from some veterans that are going to come in and tell me how you're doing after the challenge. So we are on, this is day 22. This is what, as a coach, I work so hard to have you prepped and ready for, so that when the 21 days is over, you can handle life on the 22nd day and beyond. This isn't something we're done in 21 days. This is something we just begin your chemistry shift and get your body going in 21 days. And now it's up to you to carry it on forward. So a couple announcements I want to throw out before we do. Brains course is still going to be open, probably for another week. And then I will be offering that discount code to everybody. JTK 750 is going to give you $750 off the brains course. If you're a breast cancer survivor, text me. I got a special code for you. We're going to try to honor Breast Cancer Awareness Month and do as much as we can to help as many people as we can. Brains course will be starting, I think the first week is going to be October 18th. If we can get everything on the back end going by then. We're having a couple hiccups right now. We're still working on, but October 18th will be the first day that we meet as a group. And I want to explain a little bit how we're going to do this. It's a little bit different than it was in my past if you've done brains with me. So I don't, we've changed it. Things have grown and gotten bigger. My website, we're connected now with Boz's website. So we're trying to get things going. And how it's going to happen is we will still get together. I can now sign you into the back end of the website. You're going to have access to your videos, just like you do with Keto Continuum or any other course you've bought. I will be able to do that. That way I will be able to see your progress. I will be able to see what modules you've gone through and everything. But we come together as a group. And I think it's just like this community right here. The more you do this as a group, the more you're going to learn for yourself. And it's the same thing as the brains course. We're going to watch the modules. You'll have access to watch the modules at home. We'll come back into class, watch them together as a group, and then we can talk about it and share our experiences, how we apply this module to your life, my life, and how it applies to everybody, because there is somebody in your life, I guarantee you, that will relate to every module in this course. Is it expensive? It absolutely is. Is it worth every penny? It absolutely is. It's one of those life-changing things that it's just so much information. It's too much to absorb at one time, but doing one module a week in a row is where the win comes in that. So I hope everybody will jump in if you can. If you have any brain health, anybody that's dealing with brain health issues, anxiety, depression, seizures, dementia, Alzheimer's, all of that gets covered in the brains class. So please reach out. I love teaching this. I love doing it as a group. But the cool part of it is that's going to be different now. If you happen to miss a class when we meet as a group, it doesn't put you behind. It doesn't mean you miss that module. Before I had to skip that module for you if you missed a class. Now you're going to be able to go in and watch that class on your own. You won't make up the group class, but you will be able to get in and see it and hear what everybody's talking about. You're not going to miss any lessons just because you missed a group session. Okay. So it's a really hard thing. I know Dr. Boz has worked really hard on her end and our end of our website and everything, trying to get these to happen. So we're just blessed to get it up and going. Come on in, Susan. You got a question?
And is there practical application with the brains course?
Yeah, there's steps that you can do. The little things you're going to learn from each module that you'll be able to do to help along. Yes, absolutely. Any other questions on the brains course before I keep going? Okay. Anybody over there? Okay.
Nope.
Any newbies anybody new that's listening in? I am going to be starting another new course. And at the beginning, I want to start a beginner's course and an advanced course. So I'm going to start another group. Anybody wanting in on that needs to start at the beginning that's listening in. I know all you guys here, I think, are pretty much veterans and down the pike on that, but we will be doing a beginner group and another advanced group that will be starting. So
And that's in like the Keto Continuum,
yes.
correct? Type thing, not the brain, but just that's your course.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. So we're starting 2 new ones. So we got down to the 21 day. We're going to take a little pause this week to let me get my brain back on straight and get things going in the right direction. But then we're going to jump in, hopefully have a schedule made for next week and get going on all the classes. Susan, welcome. Glad to see you. Oh, you just did 21 day 2. Great. I can't wait to hear your results and hear what your goals are moving forward. So it's going to be fun. We'll check in with you here in a minute. Okay.
Why don't you get Helen real quick?
Helen, where did Helen go? Helen, why don't you come and check in real quick before you got to run?
Okay. Well, I'm doing good, and I have just made the decision that I'm going to stick as absolutely much as I can with the program on this trip. And thank goodness lobster and drawn butter is
It don't get any better than that. So you can do this and stay the course. Perfect,
and
Helen.
I want to stay the course, and I've already mapped out when they provide dinner, and it's next week when we get in. They're going to take half the group to dinner in Bar Harbor, and then on Monday night, and then Tuesday night the other group will go. So I'm not sure which night I'll be trying to join you that night.
Okay.
But I'm excited about the trip and really have planned to, what I was doing. And I was, I'm sorry the doctors put me off another month, but I think we've got to figure out what is really going on.
Absolutely. And
So
I think as you move forward in that and you get that sleep figured out, you're going to learn how important that sleep is and everything too. So when you get that oxygen to the brain so you can sleep, that's going to be such a win of building your brain health. And it really is.
Because he looked at the oxygen report, and all he turned around to me and said was, you really needed to be on BiPAP. So that, I don't know why he didn't catch that sooner. And he still wants to go through some more steps, and he probably will do another sleep study. Okay. So I just felt like it probably wasn't time right now because we're still up in the air.
And another thing I want to let you know, Helen, and I'm not saying yes or no, it's time. If you have the mentality to jump in, even if you don't, it would be a great thing for the brains. For the brains, it's one of those, you've got to be able to do one module a week and get to it. But just know the sleep is so important. But if you want to jump in, you're going to have access to those modules for 6 months. And I can get you a 6-month extension if it's needed. So it's not just during the 10 weeks you'll have access. You'll have access for 10 or 6 weeks or 6 months total. So you'll be able to.
Okay. Are you saying that then actually just I could start in the middle if we get everything figured out or not?
Yes. If you want to do it as the group with me, though, we start October 18th. I'm saying you could go ahead and start, and then you can review anything that you needed to as you move forward. And you'll have access for 6 months. Even after we stop for the course, you will still have access to those videos and stuff. So don't stress over it. If you're ready, you let me know. If you're not, it's no big deal. But your sleep, if everybody understands what she's talking about, Helen has had really big issues with the CPAP BiPAP machine, keeping oxygen to the brain. For us all to heal, that brain to heal from the anxiety, the depression, all the problems that we all have with our brain, you have got to get sleep figured out first. You've got to get the sleep. You've got to get oxygen to that brain to get the results that we all need. So Helen, I just applaud you for staying diligent on getting it figured out. Don't give up pushing those doctors to get it figured out for you. We got to get that oxygen up for you. So good job. Safe travels, and let me know if we can help you. And I love your plan. Lobster.
Thank you.
Great planning.
I've had a stroke, and they taught me to swallow again in the hospital.
Mhm.
And I learned everything all over. And some of these problems apparently are from the stroke. And then I had breast cancer and went through heavy chemotherapy.
Yep.
So,
Yep.
that's
Helen,
it.
you're a little walking warrior.
I'm going to keep going. Have you had anybody switch to berberine from metformin?
No, I have not.
Are you
personally.
allowed? Okay.
I haven't personally yet. I've got a couple that are doing it, but I don't know enough of the results yet to tell you where to go on it. So
Okay.
I will keep you posted as I hear, but it does show some great interest. So I'm curious about it.
Okay. Because I've started it. So
Good. Keep me posted
All right.
on your numbers.
okay.
Obviously.
Thank you.
Have fun
And
traveling.
hey, thank you. Hey, all you newbies.
Go, Helen. But Helen's just the perfect example of somebody that's had the brain health, that's had the stroke, that's had the chemo put in her body. And it just, when it wreaks havoc through your whole body, you know, it's not just breast cancer. It's not just a stroke. It's the after effects of everything that they do to you to try to rebuild health after that. And that's where we come into play of doing this as a coach, as a journey with our group. Doing this on a consistent basis is what's going to help you build health in the long run, because just doing something one-off is not going to fix everything. Doing it repetitively week after week after week after week, it's annoying sometimes. And it's, you know, some people's like, that's all you talk about. You're right, because that's all I'm working on. That is the main my health is my main priority. And that's what matters. And being able to stay connected with everybody and get everybody moving in the right path. Helen, I'm just proud of you. So good job. You've come a long way. You're welcome. Okay, come on in, Wayne. Come tell us how you're doing. Another rock star in the house.
Hi there.
Hey, Wayne.
Started my first clean 72 hour around noon yesterday. First this time around. I have last 2 weeks I've done sardine fast. So I was a little anxious starting this one, whether I was going to be able to make it or not. I mean, I got to noon today, and I really thought that'd be the first time that was a struggle. It really wasn't.
Good.
Nice.
Got right through it. And then the next concern I had was between 4 and 6 tonight. And I just loaded up on electrolytes and never really had a problem. So
Good deal.
Feeling pretty good. Looking at my numbers over the last month, it's interesting that my ketones have progressively improved, and my morning glucose has been pretty flat. Right around 100 is my morning glucose. But, you know, you go back a month ago and I was, you know, under 0.5 consistently on my ketones. And now I'm like, my low is like at 0.7.
Nice.
So, and then this morning they were 1.1. So I haven't hit 1 in the morning, and I can't tell you how long. And, you know, that's not really, this morning's numbers weren't really dramatic, you know, saying they were fast numbers, because it was no different than any other day, you know. So it'll be interesting to see what happens tomorrow and Wednesday morning on that.
And,
So,
you know, don't be surprised too if it's a little bit sluggish starting off until you get really rocking into them. You know what I mean? Don't discount that. You know what I mean? Don't let it beat you down.
no, I never really, that's the one thing folks got to learn is the numbers are the numbers, and, you know, stressing about them or trying to achieve a number, you're not chasing, you know, ideal numbers, you're chasing health, and the numbers are just an indicator of how you're doing. And if you have to, you know, just gut it through for a while before your body responds, that's the way you got to do it.
Absolutely.
Comes down to that kind of thing. Choose your hard. You know, yep. Is it hard some days? Absolutely it is. Is it hard to give up? Is it hard to stick through a fast? Sometimes it is. But what Wayne is doing is his chemistry is ready. His chemistry will carry him. And that's what he's getting at, is he wasn't dying at noon today wanting something. His chemistry is carrying him. And how many of us have done this and you're waiting for that chemistry to kick in? And if you think about it, if you're truly fat adapted, most of us have quite a few days of storage that we could live off of, that we're not going to starve to death. So when you see a newbie, or you're hearing from a newbie that is just beginning and not understanding that when you're fat adapted, the fat on your body becomes your fuel. And it's just kind of neat that we have that transition and that power to be able to do that. But Wayne's perfectly right. You're not looking for a number. You're not chasing numbers. You are chasing health. And I love that, Wayne. So building health on a daily basis is just such a win. And Wayne has it mastered. So he's done this for years. He knows the science, but it's applying it steadily day after day after day, week after week, is where that win comes in, and building health one cell at a time. So good job, Wayne. How's Miss Vicky doing? Is she holding up?
Oh, yeah. Yeah. She'll be on tomorrow night.
All right. Sounds good.
Nice. Good job, Wayne.
Thanks, Wayne. All right. Miss Jean, come on in. Miss Jean's another coach from the 21 days, so she's a pro.
Caught her off guard.
Yeah.
Come on
I'm
in,
just listening. Hi, guys. How are y'all?
Good. How are you?
Good. I'm good. Yeah, coming off the 21 days. I'm still recovering like you, Tammy, trying to get back into a routine of my normal life.
Right. Outside of 21 days.
Yeah, outside of the 21 days. So after the 21 days, I had made the commitment that I was going to try to do the smaller closed eating window of 20 and 4. So I am I'm living in that now. So yesterday afternoon, I guess it was around 1. Well, I went out to the lake with my son, my 4 grandkids, and I brought my little meals out there, and so when I fixed it, they ate 2 pounds of bacon for breakfast. I always buy bacon. That's my contribution. They'll eat cereal and stuff. I was like, wait a minute, let me give you something good to eat. So I give them bacon. They ate 2 pounds of bacon. I didn't get any of it. And so my son says, did you get any? He's like, no, that's fine. The kids ate it up. And so after I cooked the bacon, he said, well, what are you going to eat? I said, I'm going to eat sardines. He goes, what? For breakfast? It's like, oh yeah. So I had the bacon fat still in the frying pan, and I fried up my sardines crispy. Oh man, it was so good. So I ate that, and then I had like, I don't know, I guess it was around 11 o'clock. I had a couple of fried chicken wings that I had brought with me. And then after that, I was finished eating. So I started my fast yesterday. So I'm debating whether I'm going to do the full 72, which I should.
You can do it.
Oh, I know I can. And it's been clean. It's just been black coffee, water. But today I was very ambitious today. I went to the Y. It's the beginning of the month, so they had some new classes began.
Oh, nice.
So I started a strength training class and a stretching class. Well, the morning class was more of I'm gonna say normal, and you'll understand why when I tell you. So from 9 to 10, I did the YGT, they call it, and then from 10 to 11, I did a stretching and core. And then from 11 to 12, I did another course, which was the YGT for silver. So it was for the older folks.
Like the silver sneakers program.
Silver sneakers. So I wanted to I was kicking the tires. Is what I was doing. Cause I've been at the Y for over a year and I hadn't done any of the classes, but I'm sitting here now on a heating pad because I am so sore. And it's like, what did you do? Because you're not going to be able to move, to go back to the class tomorrow, or Wednesday. But I did that, and then I went and I sat in the whirlpool bath for a little while, and I sat in their sauna. So I really have relaxed, this afternoon. So yeah, I'm feeling good. I don't, I'm not hurting or anything, but Boz always says, if it ain't hurting, you haven't really done anything. So it's like,
Oh.
okay, I need to make those muscles a little bit sore.
Yep.
So I'm excited to see, if I can continue doing it. And I really, really want to try to, increase my strength and stuff like that. So my numbers have been pretty good. So I'm really, really watching them. I sent in my A1C kit today to see what my A1C is this time. So to be continued. I'll let y'all know.
I love it, Jean. And I just want to say what a win that is. And just so everybody understands, when your ketones get going good and you get that chemistry shift right, you do get energy. It's not like, oh, I feel like $1,000,000 all of a sudden. You still have to do the work. You still have to rebuild and wait for things to kick in, wait for that inflammation to come out of the joint, wait for all that stuff to kick in. But to feel like you could take 3 classes in one day off of that, that's a win. That is your chemistry shifting. Your ketones are kicking in. You're feeling better to even be able to do that. So it's just, I love coming off this 21 day and at least having a focus, having the energy. I actually got on the treadmill the other day, so I feel it. So, it's those little wins that just keep you succeeding. And it's like, that's the difference of having a good chemistry and a crappy chemistry. It really is. So good job.
Anyway, thank you, hon.
Thank you,
Good
hon.
job, Jean.
Thank you, Lance.
Yes. Also, when you guys come in and check in, give me something. What is something you've succeeded with doing this? So what is something that's changed? Whether you got off a medication, arthritis feels better, something. Give me a win in that. Come on in, Susan. Oh, hang on, we got you muted. Nope, still muted.
There
you go.
There. I didn't know it's Susan. So I'm on my second day of my 70 clean fast.
Nice.
Good.
And a couple of days I've had a lot of energy, and then suddenly I go whoop. But I'm not. It's nice energy that I'm not used to, and so it's I'm much more consistent. But I missed class. I was listening over and over today to a recording because
Was you missing our voices? Come on, you got to be sick of us by now.
Or maybe the information, but it was really a good jumping off point for me. I got so much out of. I just got so much out of it, so it's really great.
It was. We had a really good group this time. I think we succeeded. We got everybody across the finish line, and it was just fun this time. I don't know if it's just I relaxed more or what, but we had a really good group that meshed and everything. So it was just cool.
And everyone in your group was super successful too.
It was. And that, it's like every once in a while you lose somebody, and it's like, this time it was everybody made it across. So it was just awesome.
And you just really did a great job shepherding everybody. And I said before, you have tremendous patience.
Thank you. I love it. I'm glad we got everybody across the finish line. That's what makes it feel successful to me, is to help you guys get across and reach your goals. That's the other thing, And, anybody that's new that's watching, just know the goals in the program that we do, it's not about weight loss. It is not about a number on a scale. It is building health at the cellular level. It's reversing dementia. It's reversing Alzheimer's, seizures, arthritis, so many things beyond what the scale says. The scale is not the only indicator of how your health is. You could be skinny, you could be 95 pounds, as unhealthy as all get out. So I'd rather be healthy at the cellular level and not worry about the scale than to be at the right scale number and have poor metabolic health. So you do have control over this. So just be mindful of that. And when you hear my veterans talking about things, fasting and clean fast and all those things, these veterans have done the work for weeks and months. So this isn't, they just woke up one day and decided to fast. Everybody's like, how do you guys fast that long? It's like, because our chemistry is correct. If your chemistry is correct, it will carry you across the finish line. If your chemistry is not correct, you're going to beat your head against the wall for months.
White knuckle.
And it's miserable. And you want to kill each other. So trust me. Been there, done that. Come on in, Helen. Come and check in. Thanks, Susan.
Helen M.
Come on, Helen. Helen's our new rock star. She's going to be taking over the leading of my last group from the 21 day. So she's going to be taking in and leading, and hopefully she'll be over in our big group too. So
Wow.
We're going to make her a moderator over there, and she's a wealth of knowledge. So she's ready to jump and run. So come on in, Helen. Come and say hi.
Hi. I'm also on my second day of a 72-hour clean fast so far, and doing okay. My heart raced again today like it did the last time, but I just grabbed my water and LMNT and sat down, and I was better pretty quickly. So
Yep.
And
Don't forget them.
sorry?
Don't forget the minerals.
Yeah. I actually had to prepare food today a couple of times
Oh no.
as well. So, but I'm doing good. So my DBR was 29 yesterday and 18 this morning.
Jeez, out.
We're putting you and Olivia together. Your goals for the two of everybody
I
else.
haven't gotten down to a 4 yet. She's the rock star.
Right? That's crazy. If anybody doesn't know, Olivia was in my 21-day course. So she had a DVR, I think 2 days in a row of 4.
Holy
4.
Lido.
Not 14, 4. Like, I think that's got to be a record low of, I mean, I've been doing this, 3-4 years now. That has got to be a record low. So that just means she is healing at the cellular level faster than the rest of us. So she's ahead of the ball game. So good job. Helen, what's something good that you took away from the 21 day?
I think what I said before, that I'm stronger than I think.
Yeah.
And I was really glad to, I think what was wonderful to me was that I learned a lot more than I expected I would. And I'm really trying to drag my husband by his feet. So he did something that you guys were talking about last week. I bought some ribeyes and some filet mignon and stuck it in the freezer, and I put it in Ziploc bags, 2 steaks in each bag. And lo and behold, he cooked his and mine and ate them both. And then he cheated.
Dude, you don't mess with the woman's meat. No.
No. And he didn't even stick to his under 20 yesterday either. I'm like, okay, it's one thing to steal my meat. It's another thing to do it on a day when you cheat.
Right. That ribeye is a reward for doing it properly. That's
Wow, he owes you then.
I was gonna say.
He does.
We tell him get on with us. There's some accountability needs to be happening.
Well, if he just does it, he can have all the meat he wants.
That's right. I know.
He doesn't have to steal yours. You'll get him some.
Yeah. Yeah. I think part of it is that I have the ability to set him up for success better than I have so far. So that's one of my goals, like this week, is
awesome.
to work on that, which is why I was preparing food today, because I made him a crustless quiche for his breakfast, and
wow.
I put hamburgers on the grill for him. So anyway.
You go, girl. During a fast, that's one strong mama. That's a dedicated wife right there.
Yeah,
he needs to understand that. And you need to remind him that just because there's 2 steaks, those are not single serve bags.
Yeah, no.
That's how Lance used to think. Anything Lance would open up, if it's in a bag, it's in.
I was goal oriented.
It was he thinks whatever size, it could be a bag of chips. This
serving.
big, that's a serving.
Yeah.
No, it didn't matter how big.
That's my husband.
Yep.
Yeah.
Well, you don't open the bag for nothing. You open the bag to get to the bottom.
Funny.
That would be why we're struggling.
That's incorrect thinking.
Absolutely.
Oh, I love it. All right. Thanks, Helen. I can't wait. We'll catch up. Hey, we'll catch up this week, me and you will, so we can get everything on track. All right.
Thanks.
Good job. Come on in, Linda and Rob. Come say hi. Tell us how you're doing. Give us something good that's happened for you for the
Hopefully technology works.
There we go. Hey, we can hear you.
It's been working. Woo! It's not working on the car though. The check engine lights come on, so I got to check it out. Yeah.
We can't win.
Well.
Right. The electronic
Yeah,
gods do not like us.
How are we doing?
Well, Saturday I went to a women's thing at, a pumpkin farm, and I didn't plan, I just went kind of gonna wing it, and yeah, but I didn't step off as much as I could have. I had a lot of options there.
It's not that she made bad choices. She just made some compromising choices.
Yes.
You see how
does that compromise? Does that mean over 20 carbs, or does that mean outside your window, or what does that mean?
Yes, yes, and yes, yes.
Okay.
She's staying away from the cotton candy and stuff like that.
Well, that's good.
Well, that's
Yeah.
One step in the right direction.
Yeah, she went with a Philly cheesesteak sandwich with the intention of taking it off the bread.
How'd that work?
he said with the intention.
With the intention. Yes.
See
But
that?
you failed to say I brought half of it home for you.
Oh, yeah. She shared her compromising choice.
So you threw him
She's
under,
going to incriminate you as well.
you threw her under the bus, and then she's gonna throw you right there with her. Got to do it together. So, you know, those kind of things like that. That is why it is such a key. Even if you can't go in and prep, if you walk into a restaurant, you walk into a situation, and you see something like that, have them order. Send it out with no bun. Order it on a plate. Order it on a bowl. Order it in a bag. I mean, there's different places have different things, but don't even let them put the bread with it, because it is, especially if you're out and
Big
about, it's too
temptation.
easy to say, oh, it's too hard to eat it without, or I don't want to, you know, I don't have a place to sit down or whatever.
Or you
Just
catch a whiff of it.
Right. But
Yeah.
remember that bread, you could have had that whole steak Philly would have been fine.
Yeah. The Philly
Without the
steak
bread.
is fine.
You would have been, that would have been such a less evil. So, but just be mindful going into those kind of things, because Linda, you're working so hard. You are doing so well to let one silly thing like that throw you overboard. I just want to see you succeed.
Yeah, and we're gonna get back to it. In fact, we just bought a bunch of.
Costco had the seasoned sardines on sale, so we got a case of them.
All right.
Good. I just ordered like 3 sleeves from Amazon too. We're
I just ordered 50 pounds of bacon off a guy at work.
Prepped and ready.
Yeah, so we know, we're going to jump back on with the sardines for a few days.
Okay.
You know, and I know that'll get us.
That'll get your
put us
glucose clean
on
back
track.
out. It
Yeah.
will.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It will, but I really want you, especially looking into the calendar moving forward, Linda, I want you to go into your calendar and make a plan and schedule that calendar for success, because I don't want to see you do great for a week and then jump off, and then great for 2 weeks and then jump off. We got to get you a month in. Let's, make
I got a month in. I got the 6 weeks in. I got 6 weeks in.
Good.
And my numbers were pretty good, huh?
I said we need 8 then. She was gonna say it.
Everybody, if everybody can right now, here's what we're committing to. We are staying the course until Thanksgiving weekend. Then I'm sure we will, I'm not going to do mashed potatoes and all that kind of stuff, but I am going to have a good time. I'm going to get to see my girls this year and have time with them. I'm going to spend time with them. I'm going to make them what they want, which means I will probably have a sliver of pumpkin pie or something. Doesn't mean I'm going to jump ship. It just means that my goal is to stay perfectly clean until then and do the best I can. If I'm happy with a plate full of meat, and I'm good with that. That doesn't bother me. So getting to make the memories with my girls, that's what's going to be special this year and nice about it. So set a goal, look at your calendar and see, can you commit to your own health until Thanksgiving? Then you can ease up, a little bit of grace through Thanksgiving, and then we can go strong again going into the holidays for Christmas. So look at your calendar and let this be a good stretch so you can kind of afford to relax for a day or so.
And
Yeah.
bring up something real quick too. Do you've built some confidence up, like you said, you got up to 4-6 weeks, and that gives you some confidence in your abilities and how to go to something and be able to participate without falling all the way off. But do you see how easy it is to fall off without a plan?
Yes.
Because that confidence you have doesn't necessarily override all those old habits that you have.
Yeah.
You gotta have that. When in doubt, you need to plan. Have some kind of plan, and then try to stick to it the best you can. Not to say that it doesn't happen, but I just wanted to bring out that point of when you don't have a plan, it's a whole lot easier to fall straight off.
Yeah.
Yes, it was. And I think I recognized that. And I recognized that.
And if you go in and you don't have a plan, the simple response to everything is eat the meat, add the fat. Leave it at that.
Or just eat the meat.
Or just eat the meat. Even if you don't
Then
have
you
any
can-
fat with you, you can go to a football game and buy a hot dog. You can go, you can go anywhere and just get the meat. You don't have to get the other stuff. And that is so much easier. Still enjoy the company you're with, still enjoy the family. Like I said, it's not about the food on your plate or in your hand. It is about the people you're making that memory with and you're spending time with. It's seeing those loved ones, getting to share it with the kids, be with them, but it's not about the food. So get your belly full and enjoy those babies and kids and everything that you're trying to do. Just take care of you first.
Yeah.
And you were that close, Linda. I mean, you were that close. If it didn't have the bread, we would have said, yeah.
You did it.
But
I did.
yep.
Damn bread.
Yeah.
But
It's like
no,
when we go to Roadhouse, we make them leave. We don't even let them bring it to the table. Like,
they go to reach for the rolls.
We're like,
we go
nope.
to Texas Roadhouse. We said, nope, put them back.
I don't even want them sitting on the table because if they do, I'm going to reach for that baby. And it just,
But and it
Yeah.
happens to everybody.
It does.
You're going to have to roll through it a couple times, but just remember to have some kind of plan because it really, really does help.
Yeah, we have our fishing trip coming up in a couple weeks, and we've already started planning, because we do go out a couple nights. But the one place where we go, Shots Roadhouse, we've already talked about it. We're going to get a rack of ribs because you can order it. Nothing comes to the table. You order it. We'll split that. And instead of like the potato salad or the French fries or onion rings, we're going to get a salad.
Okay.
So we're starting to plan things out there.
Good.
Good.
Watch some of your sauces that some of the people serve with ribs. If you can,
Yes.
get them without any sauce, then you can add like a butter, or you can even get even if you had.
they have a vinegary barbecue sometimes.
Just watch
It's not
some
a
of the
sweet
sauces.
barbecue.
Yeah. Yeah, I know some of the sauces like Sweet Baby Ray's. I mean, it's
Oh, that's
It's
first
an ingredient
word
is
is bad. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, that's good stuff though. But man, yeah.
Yeah.
Good job, guys. You'll get there. Just Linda, I really want to encourage you to look at your calendar, and I want you to commit to yourself how long, between now and Thanksgiving. Stay tight. You need some good weeks under your belt to get your chemistry going again.
I've got a question for you. Are you familiar with Dr. Brian Ardis? Ardis?
No.
Mm-mm.
He's a chiropractor. He's got one video. It's Dr. Brian Ardis. You probably won't be able to get it on YouTube. Rumble you will, because he's got stuff that, mainstream wants to censor.
Mm-hmm.
But anyway, there's one video he has. It's called Dr. Brian Ardis shares the 10 things. I'll send you the link. But
Okay.
anyway, he goes over medication. And, I'm just thinking about this group and our son and everything else, the different medications they have. Years ago, well, here's a good example. Years ago, there was a plant, I think it's the jojoba plant, and another one, they're really high in coumarin. Coumarin is a pretty much a natural cure-all for a lot of things. In the, I think the late 50s, early 60s, the FDA outlawed having that plant come here, but I think it was France who was able to pull out the coumarin and all that, and they made a synthetic version of it. It's called Coumadin.
Okay.
Just it has some of the good things of the coumarin, but there's a lot of side effects. And
That's what happens when you take a natural product that people can use and turn it into a synthetic that your body can't process
yeah,
and doesn't
And
know what
he
to do with the
opened-
rest of it. So
he opened our eyes to a lot of things, like all these drugs they have, the side effects. They are not side effects. They are effects of the drugs. They call them side effects because
They can't sell it without that.
Right. And what they do for most of these studies is take healthy 18 to 30-year-olds, without any kind of diseases or anything else. These people, some of them may have died, everything else, but it's as a result of these drugs.
Yep.
And so, you know,
I'm telling you guys, you need to listen to the Brains course. That's exactly how she shares the list of medications that were prescribed and take by prescription, take as directed, and then tells you exactly how each medication correlates with an equivalent of a street drug or an equivalent of whatever. It does the same damage to your brain. You know, so when you're putting synthetics in your body, there is always going to be a kickback. There's always going to be something else, a synthetic of anything. It just, your body's not made for that. So yeah, good job, guys. Keep researching. Send me that link. I'd be curious to watch it.
It is. It's really good. It's 3 hours long, so you may have to take it in sections, but it's excellent. I'll send you the link.
All right. Thank you. Yes, please do. Yeah. I get a little passionate over the medication thing because that drives me a little bit crazy. So,
but hang in there, guys.
Yes, yes. Come on in, Olivia, rock star, our superhero of DVRs.
Color Wonder Woman.
Right? She come up with.
Anyway,
all right, go ahead.
Yeah, no, the 21-day was very educational and very, reinforced a lot of things that I had learned, some of them through the years, but the way she explained things in it was just in more detail. And the reason I went into it was because I had the tendency to do really well on the weekends and fast and that kind of thing. And then during the week, I would get out of ketosis and eat things that weren't necessarily keeping me in ketosis. And so, I did that for a couple of years, and I wanted to get out of that. I kept letting things tempt me, not necessarily sandwiches, but, cookies and desserts and celebrating too many celebrations. So I wanted to stay more consistent. And I think that right now, I feel like that's been kind of cemented in my brain now, and hopefully I'll continue with this. And I'm also on a clean fast right now. On the second day, I started Sunday around 11ish, feeling good. And anyway, that Dr. Boss was great in the program, and Tammy, of course, was our coach, and it was fabulous. It was great. She always does a great job of reinforcing everything. So I'm very thankful for having taken the class.
Thank you, dear. You know I love you, and I appreciate that, because that's what makes it all worthwhile right there, is just to know that you succeeded, you reached your goals, and you're moving forward, and to have those things cemented in your brain moving forward of how to navigate life. You can't just do this as a checklist. You got to be able to navigate through life when things happen, just like with Linda and Rob saying that, they walked in, thought that going in with a plan and knowing how to navigate that. And Linda, I can't wait till, her brain is cemented with the results and a plan like yours is, Olivia. And I know you've nailed it. So good job.
I want to bring up.
I did change my eating window. So before the class, I was eating like from 10 to between 10 and it was like a 2 to 4 hour window. So I was eating like at 10 in the morning till 1 or 11 till 2. But, I heard her say more than once, bring your window up closer to sunrise. So now I'm trying to do like 8:30 and 11:30. And I think it's made a little bit of a difference. So anyway, we'll see.
That is huge. And any veterans that are on here, even newbies, when you realize when you stop eating closer to sunrise than you are sunset, it is a huge chemistry shift. And I think especially for us women that are dealing with hormones, that's just a tough one. So to stop eating, I can fast through the night. That's no big deal. But to stop eating that early in the day, that's going to be my next step of my journey, and I'm advanced and been doing this for how many years, but I need to cut out and save, dinner time. What I'm going to plan to try to do is save dinner time once a week with Lance so that we can enjoy one meal a night or something, or a week like that. And the rest of the week, I need to be closing that eating window earlier to be, to keep my chemistry going right. So that's going to be a goal. And I think that's going to be a great goal for everybody, Olivia, that you've tried it out already and it's succeeding, because you can come off with a DBR of 4, you're winning.
I wanted to bring up 1.2 for everybody. as you know, Olivia is a veteran, but I wanted to bring up the point that it is such a lifestyle that even though she's done it for 4 or 5 years one way, you can still take it and tweak it just a little bit tighter and a little bit tighter. And then you see, bam, you see results that she gets from doing that. And it's consistency, staying the course. And even though she was off according to what she didn't go too far off to where she couldn't get back on. And now that she's gotten back on again, she's putting her body in that stress realm again, and her body's responding quickly with that. So that she's just tightening it up, and it's where it's a lifestyle. It's not just for a time period. This is something you can play with. You can tweak it to what you want to get the results that you're looking for. So I just kudos to you, dear. And you are definitely rocking it out.
Thank you.
Goals right there.
Show us the way, Olivia. Show us.
No doubt. Keep leading us.
Well, I still have struggles with a husband, so I understand Helen's dilemma. Is my husband has watched me over the years do this, and he still likes to eat 3 meals a day. So even if I change mine, I'll still be able to eat the 2 meals with him. And he still likes to drink beer here and there. And, even though he's pre-diabetic, and he doesn't want to give up certain things, like the pastas and so
got to be a choice.
Yep.
Yeah.
You can't force it, and you can't do it for anybody, and you can't force it on anybody. It's one of those things. That's even as a coach, I've had to learn that I can't do it for you, and I can't push it. You have to want it. You have to want to change. You have to want to do this. I can't make you want to get healthy.
Right. So all we can do is lead by example. So
Yep.
And you're leading the pack, girlfriend. So good job.
Hang in
thank
there.
you.
And tell him to get in here and join us someday. Come on in, Philip. Come and check in. I can see you. Can you hear us okay?
I can hear you, yes. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can. We see you and we hear you. So come on in. Tell us how you're doing.
I had to resort to my phone because I couldn't get the computer in on the Zoom. I don't know why.
Well, we can see you and hear you. Can you see us?
Yes.
Okay, come on in. Tell us something good that came out of the 21 day for you, and tell us how you're doing.
Well, I got your information about the apps you use for the length of the time that you're on. I'm right now. I've got a problem here.
You okay?
Yeah.
Anything I can help you with?
No. How many are fasting? That fast application is pretty neat.
Ain't it? And I love how it tells you the metrics of what's going on in your body every few hours. So it's kind of neat.
Exactly. Yeah. I couldn't tell who was in and who wasn't, though.
Oh, it'll show you if you scroll down through that app and you can learn your way around in there. It'll show you who everybody in our circle. And we have, I think we only have about 100 people in there, but that's usually pretty good. It's pretty fun to check in with everybody and see where everybody's doing.
I had a not tuna, but fish on Sunday at noon, and then I went on a fast. So I've done it clean. So
good job. You going for 72?
Yes.
Nice. And again, Philip is a veteran. He's just coming off the 21 day. His chemistry is ready, and he's moving into the 72. Is it okay if I share a little bit of your history, Philip?
Absolutely.
Okay. Philip is Parkinson's. So he's not doing this to fit in his skinny jeans either and look all hot and cool. He's doing this to save his life and to keep his Parkinson's under control as he can. Learning to manage some diseases is a key tool to have in your toolbox to help manage some of the diseases a lot of people deal with. And he's doing it beautifully for his Parkinson's. And that's not an easy one to handle. So for Parkinson's, this is one of those things that you have to get slow and steady, get your chemistry right, and stay there. And Philip does a great job at it. So I'm just proud of you for how far you came and how hard you pushed and worked. And Philip, you did great. So I am proud of you. That is really good.
We're doing better, aren't we?
You are. You are doing phenomenal.
I've been searching Parkinson and keto on the web, and I found a lot of new doctors and so forth. So it's been good.
Good. Keeping ketones in circulation. I don't care if it's dementia, Alzheimer's, Parkinson's, seizures, whatever, keep anxiety, depression, all of that. Keeping ketones in circulation is a win. That is how it just is. It helps so much. I remember sharing the story so many times. Some of you have heard the value of, and Helen, was that you? I need to send that to you. The value of the ketones. Angela finally sent it to me. Remind me, I'll post it. A neat way, and I might be off on the numbers, but if a Advil is a $1 value, if you get put on a steroid medication is like a $5 value. Ketones in circulation is like a $20 value. So of an anti-inflammatory. So anti-inflammatory in the brain is the the helping of the healings in the brain, the dementias, the Alzheimer's, all those kind of things. Healing, inflammation in the joints is arthritis and stuff like that. So everything that you're dealing with, ketones in circulation is going to be a better answer for just about everything. So Philip, I'm proud of you, and we pray for you. And
that Dr. Boz told us about with Mary and her daughter Susie.
Mm-hmm.
And she had been, she's 43 years old, and she's been, in the family all this time. And she's got control of her brain again.
Yep.
Because of ketones.
Yep.
Yep, absolutely.
And that's where it, what is it she has? What's the one girl have? Autistic. Sorry, brain fart. The one girl is autistic and now has control over her brain again, has control over, she's not having to wear diapers. She can make it to the bathroom. She's functioning, thinking, reasoning again. And that is all from having ketones in circulation.
She's using syllable words too.
Yes. She was almost nonverbal, and now she was speaking 3-syllable words and full sentences and just stuff that you don't get that from a pill. You don't get that from that kind of help and reversal in a pill. You're not going to get that in a prescription. Doing the work and changing the chemistry in the brain and the body and giving somebody their life back. That is why I'm so passionate about this. When you take Oxycontin out of my system for 18 years, help me take care of my neuropathy, help all of these turn around, all these things turn around. You get a life back. You get a person back. But she said the important words. You have to do the work, and it takes work to get back there, but it will help. And it's a lot more work to do the work than it is to take a pill. It is harder. There is no doubt about it. But do you want a quick fix, or do you want a Band-Aid on it, or do you want to fix it? Fix the problem. Don't just put a Band-Aid on it and take the easy way out. Do the best you can do for your body.
It didn't take you 6 months to get into shape.
Right. No doubt. Good job, Philip. We love you.
Thank you. Love you guys too.
All right. Come on in. Who's left? Tammy and other Susan.
Susan. Susan, how's it? Craig?
Craig? Is that how we say your last name? Come on in, Susan.
Yes, it's Craig.
Awesome.
Hi, I guess I just finished the 21 day, and Jean was my coach. Hi, Jean.
Yay!
Great to see you. And I was really just looking. I don't have much support. I relate a lot to hearing some of y'all. My husband and teenage daughters are not into this. Susan, mommy's on a diet, and anyway, it's been a struggle. But I did great in the class, and I kind of always thought I was doing pretty good. I never measured anything though, and the 20 total carbs, I've never logged anything. So that's been a learning curve.
Wake up call.
I like avocados are good, right? Well, like half of an avocado is more than half of my carbs.
Yep.
Yeah, so that's been a learning curve, but I did great. I never cheated. Maybe went a little above the 20 carbs over the 21 day, but I had amazing numbers, like single digit DBRs for like 2 weeks, and did the fast, everything. But I think, and now since the class, I had a busy weekend traveling with the family. We rodeo, and anyway, I made some bad choices, kind of like Linda. They had a few things at the fair on over the weekend, and so I
don't tell me an elephant ear
or a corn dog,
a blooming onion.
Oh, okay.
Darn thing.
There's no nice way to order a blooming onion.
I mean, they had blooming onions. They had pastelaya, which I'm in South Louisiana. I mean, we have really good food, but that's like spaghetti. It was like it's jambalaya with noodles instead of. So I was like, the lesser of two evils is the onion, right?
Yeah, unless you
my
can
husband got the pastelaya.
Unless you can take the pasta out of there.
Yeah. But my numbers weren't horrible the next day. They were down a little bit, but nothing. And I'm still in ketosis. And then Saturday night we went to eat Mexican. I had fajitas without the tortillas, but then I had queso dip with beef, and there was nothing to dip the queso with other than chips. So I'd eat the chips.
Spoon.
Yeah. And then last
Put
night,
the queso on the fajita.
Yeah.
well, the queso came out before it was an appetizer.
Oh,
I guess I could have stuck my fork in there and just ate it like that, but we were all sharing, right? That would have been ugly.
Next time you go to eat Mexican, take some pork rinds with you and you can dip pork rinds in your queso.
perfect.
That's a good idea.
Hey,
Yeah.
I look at it this way. If we're close enough to sit at the same table and eat, we're close enough to double dip. Ask Wayne. We probably dove in on his food while we were. Oh, Wayne left.
Wayne left.
So yeah, we were down in Texas. We had those plates of beef, man. We were sharing everything we had to get our hands on. Good Lord.
So when the program ended, I was a little, okay, what am I going to do? We have our group is still meeting. We met earlier today, Miss Eugene. But I was looking for other things like, okay, what can I do to kind of keep on track? And I came across you. And so I maybe I'm butting in. Is this like the
No, absolutely not.
That's exactly what we're here for.
This is what we do. This is why we have this group. You come one, come all, don't care.
Is it nightly, weekly, or what?
Weekly?
Every Monday.
Okay.
Monday.
And that's what we love is people that don't have a support system at home. You just adopted a new family. So here we are. You're stuck with the good, the bad, and the ugly. But that is how we can help each other is we do become a family and a support system for each other. And for people that don't have that support at home, it's difficult. It is hard. I mean, I did it the first year without him. And I don't know if you've heard that story, but I had to sit down and it's like, dude,
can't do this to me.
I can't sit here. And I remember the conversation. It was like, you cannot sit on the couch and eat peanut butter and jelly sandwich with my grandma's homemade jam and me smell that every night of the week because that was his bedtime snack was a peanut butter and jelly sandwich. And I'm like, I can't do it.
With strawberry freezer jam. Yeah.
I'm going to chocolate you. Like,
yeah,
I love you, but dude, I'm going to kill you. I mean, and when you really don't have that kind of support at home, and that's what got him to jump in. But I hope at some point your family will see, first of all, this isn't just a fad diet. It's not something you're going to do for a couple days. This isn't something you're going to do for a couple months, that you're truly in it to rebuild your health. Hopefully then they'll jump in and understand it. And that's what took him. It took me going to him and saying, look, I am not doing this for fun. I'm doing this to save my life. It's that important. And I need you to join forces with me. I need your support.
And I think if I wouldn't have done that, I don't think she would be here today to tell you that story because of what she's been through. And because that set her chemistry up to fight what she needed to fight. And if I hadn't done that, I wouldn't have her right here. So just a gut check.
It is.
Yeah, but like you said, you can't force anyone. And my husband's not giving up his beer, and the kids are not giving up their carbs. And even if I make a good dinner for them, they're going to come back and make macaroni and cheese or mashed potatoes or rice. I mean, we live in a rice and gravy area. That's
Yep.
Well, you got a whole new big family here. We'll all be hanging out with you. So you're.
But you probably have access to some good seafood too.
We do, yeah.
Absolutely.
Oh man, I'll trade you.
Down Louisiana, some jambalaya. Oh, some good.
I need me some good
crawfish, and it just can't have the corn.
Yeah, I can do without the corn. I kind of went. It was eye-opening in 2020. I had joined a little program, and that's when I learned, like, oh my goodness, the freaking food pyramid we grew up learning is totally backwards.
Absolutely.
Right. But again, we never counted anything, but that was the eye-opening experience. But I love desserts, and I've got a sweet tooth, and that I did not go to anything sweet this weekend.
Good job.
That's the 21 days, so that's a huge.
That is huge.
That's a win. Take that.
Yeah.
That is bigger than you're making it out to be.
That is
so
huge.
that
is huge.
That is a big thing.
I still want it. I'm waiting for the want to go away.
But being able to walk, and not dive into it is building a new neural path. Where'd you go, Lester? A new neural pathway in the brain. And that truly will, that will help you that's healing your brain and moving you forward into healing. So the more consistent you can stay in that, just ask you, don't jump ship right now. You got 21 days in, you are doing great. Keep that momentum going so that brain health will keep going. If you jump ship right now and put that sweetness back in that you've been craving, and that is your old normal, you are going to crave it. That is the equivalent of giving an alcoholic a beer. So it's like, you just don't jump off the wagon now. Stay consistent and stay focused and stay directed. And if not, you call one of us. You probably got all of our numbers. You'll end up with all of our numbers in your back pocket.
Jump on Facebook. We got the same kind of group in our Facebook group. It's Journey to Keto with Tammy. And go there. There's a lot of information.
There's always
there.
somebody on there.
Somebody is always on there to answer a question, react
Talk
to
you
a
off the
post,
ledge.
whatever you need. Reach out. I mean, we're all on this journey, and we're all at different stages of this journey, and everybody can help everybody at some point.
And that's what that group over there. There's somebody on every time zone over there.
Yep. If
you're struggling, get in there. Somebody will reach out and jump in and help you. They really will. It's neat to see over there. So, Susan,
welcome, Susan.
Welcome to the family.
Thank you.
Jean, you had your hand up. What you got?
Yes, come on.
I did. I had a hand up because I wanted to ask Susan. Susan did very, very well in my group. She always had really low DVRs, but she struggled through the 2 weeks with a lot of fatigue and not feeling really well. I was just going to ask her, how has your fatigue been over the weekend?
I feel good now. Yes, I was literally like, I was dragging, and one night I did the magnesium float, and it was a bad experience, but I think I had the water too hot. But I was at that point, I could not even stand up, and I just sat there and said, I am done.
Like, and sometimes you just gotta listen.
And I went to bed, and I was better the next day.
Yeah, good. This is a great group, and it's great that you stayed, y'all met today. I'm sorry I wasn't able to be there, but if you ever miss that group, you have this group you can come into. It's a great group of people. Tammy's awesome. Lance is awesome.
Thank
you. Yeah. I come in here just for the support too, because even the coaches need support.
Yep.
So we double dip in all the other coaches' classes.
Absolutely. The more times you get it in your mind and you talk about it, and you're able to get different ideas and see different perspective, that just keeps it fresh in your mind. So it's not such a struggle, because at some point you'll reach back and grab this little class or this little support group session and say, oh, I remember this. And it's going to push you through to the next level, and it's going to get you past that hump. So the more times you can talk about it, the more times you can interact with it, the better.
Yep.
It's your brain you're healing. So good job, girl. Stay with everybody, stay connected. Reach out to Jean, reach out to me if you need that help. Don't jump off the wagon right now. You've come too far.
Yeah. It's great to see you, Susan.
Yes.
Welcome.
Welcome.
I think Tammy was listening.
That's right.
Tammy with an I was listening.
Tammy was just listening. Okay. Any questions over there?
Nope. YouTube's really quiet. We've only had about 3 or 4 people on there, so nobody wants to answer any questions.
Nobody's liking Monday nights. Yeah. Is there a night that everybody would love better? Is there a night? Yeah, if there is a night, tell me what day it would be.
Think about
that. Put it over in the group.
We're
and let
flexible.
me know. We're trying to be flexible. Monday nights we're up against Dr. Barry. Tuesday nights is Dr. Boz. So we're trying to figure. Wednesday night we're finishing our fast, so that ain't gonna happen. Wednesday nights are important to leave open.
How many people are doing clean 72s this week?
We are.
Yeah, and noon on Wednesday we'll have 2 in a row.
There you go.
We're at 2 o'clock.
We can do that. Well, we won't be done till 2 o'clock.
2 o'clock.
But I love that we build that momentum up, and I'm going to get those 872s in. And that is the best I have felt. And this is the first time I've been able to do it since my heart attack. So
yeah,
I'm still losing weight. I lost another 3 pounds.
Oh, shut up. Us girls are jealous because we don't lose the weight quite as fast as you guys do. So I'm happy for you, Philip. I really am, whether I acted or not. He knows I love him.
Yes, very good.
I can tease Philip.
I used to do roll-ups, the flatbread.
Yes.
I roll with jelly and peanut butter.
Oh yeah. That was my staple, man.
No more.
Nope.
Haven't done it in years.
Nope.
No, but I still have some in the freezer.
But she still teases me. If I go to open the freezer, I can't go to the basement freezer and get her something because I'll be staring at mason jars full of strawberry jam that are still in there.
Oh,
So
boy.
I'm hoarding it now, rationing it out.
Yeah.
If I ever go on a binger, that strawberry jam's coming out.
oh, you better call me.
Uh-uh.
Don't do that while I'm at work.
Right.
It's just not worth the cheat because you ruin a couple of weeks when you do it.
Oh,
It
dude.
would take me a month to get back on track after eating
Yeah. That's
freezer
bad.
jam. It's nothing but I really want to find a version of making it that's not so bad. And I don't like things sweet now, so I probably don't even like it as much as I used to. So I'll be curious, but I'd like to find work on a recipe of making some.
Did you see the recipe Boz put out today on the lasagna?
Mm-mm.
Yeah, she's got a recipe for lasagna now.
Ah, that's cool.
Yeah.
I use the egg noodles when I do it, the egg wraps. We can make fettuccine, we can make noodles with it. You can do everything with those little egg racks. So I'll have to go check it out and see what it is.
Raos, marinara, and the three different kinds of cheese.
Cool.
Got to throw some meat in there, though.
I'd love to try it. I'm going to have to try it.
We can't talk about food while we're all fasting.
I know.
We're going to try it later on in the week.
Other than sardines, we can talk about sardines because that really doesn't.
Nobody's getting.
I'm not until Wednesday.
My mouth is not going to start watering over sardines. That's for sure.
Oh.
But, yeah. All right. Any questions for the week? Does everybody have a game plan? Know where you're going? Know what you're doing? If anybody else is wanting in the brains course, please reach out to me and I'll help you get in through the website and we'll get that done. Everybody gets that code JTK50 for 750 or no, JTK 750 for 750 off. JTK50 is the code for KetoCon. If you go to get your tickets, use JTK50 to have $50 off on that. We will be down there again. So I can't wait to see everybody. Come. Are you going, Gene? Oh, hang on. We got you muted. You're muted. Yep, you're still muted.
There we go. Yeah, no, I'm not going to make it this year or this next coming up. So nothing work for me.
We're going to keep trying.
Yep.
It's going to be good. But, all right. Let us know what you need. Let us know how we can help you.
All right, guys.
Thank you.
Bye, everybody.
Week.
Love y'all.
Stay in
Bye-bye.
touch.